Hey guys, so today I just want to talk about one of the things that I see most people getting wrong, but also one of the things that is probably the most important on your guitar journey and on your journey to being able to play songs fluently from start to finish, and that is how to practice efficiently. So basically one of the problems that I've touched on in another video before is that people, when they're learning a piece of music, they just try play it from the beginning to the end. And that's kind of their practice. They just slowly go through it. You know, if I play the example we're going to be using today. And they look at the music, play two more notes, look at the music, play two more notes, you know, and it's just this very stop-starty way of learning it, which is not very efficient. And when you go to actually performing the song or showing the song you've been working on to your teacher the next week, whoever that may be, it's going to have that very stop-starty kind of feel. So we need an efficient way to focus on isolating each section and then putting it back in context. And my favorite method is the 10-3 rule. Okay, so the 10-3 rule is that we take a little section, we practice it on its own 10 times correctly, okay, without mistakes, and then we do 3 times of playing it back in context, which probably sounds a bit confusing right now, but I'm going to show you how to do it in an example. And the example we're going to use is this really cool fingerstyle version of Redbone, arranged by Kenneth Tan, who I strongly recommend checking out his YouTube. He has a whole bunch of really good arrangements that are like easy fingerstyle versions of pop songs, and I love using these to teach because a lot of students like playing this kind of music and they're very accessible to beginners. So I'm going to bring it up on my screen. We're just going to look at the first little bit of it, and I'm just going to play through it first so you get an idea of what it sounds like. Didn't absolutely nail that, but it's good enough that you get the idea. Also, you'll notice there's meant to be a capo on the 6th fret, but for the purpose of this video, we're just gonna do it without a capo. So, right away, when I'm teaching this, I wouldn't tell the student, I need to stop moving this, I wouldn't tell the student just go ahead and play the first bar. Okay, we're going to split it up into sections. So I'm going to bring up a little box thingy on the screen. There we go. So the very first section I would look at, very first little cluster of notes, is just this. Okay, this is all you're going to work on to begin with. Okay, so I would get the student to go, right, just that first little bit. Again, this lesson isn't focused on learning the song, it's the process. So I would get them to do that 10 times. Okay, so that would be step 1. Right, that would be 2, but if I made a mistake, okay, that wouldn't count. So it's 10 times played correctly. Okay, now the next little section, okay, I would do is just these 2 notes here. Actually, that's a good little section. So just going like this, 3, 0, and then resetting your hand to try somewhat emulate when you're actually playing it in the song. Okay. 10 times of these 2 notes. Alright, sounds a bit like a doorbell. Now, so we've done 10 of that first box, 10 of the second box. Now here's where the 3 comes into play. Then I would get them to do 3 times of just playing both those 2 boxes together. So 3 times of this. Right, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So now you've learned the individual parts and you've learned how to put them into context. Now the next little cluster, and actually something I should mention, is in terms of determining what a little cluster of notes is, it's something you've got to figure out with experience, but I would say, like, if you're doing any big position shifts with the hands, that would be somewhat of a cluster, but the easiest way to think of it is where there might be like a a comma or a full stop in a phrase, you know, like that sounds like one phrase. That's kind of one phrase, a short one, but a phrase nonetheless. And you can, I mean, there is no hard and fast rule. You can kind of just do whatever you feel. There are no wrong answers. Okay, so then the next cluster, I would say, is here. So this is where we do a little slap, then double zero, hammer onto a 2. Right, so you would do 10 of those. Right, then you see where this is going. Then 3 of all those combined. Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the 10-3 rule. Okay, you divide your song up into little sections. You practice a little section 10 times, then you put it together with the rest of the music 3 times, or you can even do 5. Okay, you can adjust these numbers to your personal needs. Okay, that is an option. So 10, 3, 10, 3, and you just work your way through. And this way, you're really nailing each section so that you don't have to constantly look at the music to remember it because you've played it 10 times. And then you've also learned how to go back and put it into the context of the song so you can get the transitions between different bars or different little clusters of notes smooth. Okay, so this is going to be your key to learning songs from now on, how to make them sound smooth, how to make them sound musical, and just really impress people with your guitar playing and your sense of musicality in general. But thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and actually I'll put a link to the video of Kenneth Tan, who made this arrangement, in the description, so you can go check it out, because this is a really good little arrangement to learn. Thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you next time.